Factsverse presents Man Makes Dramatic Move to Stop Thousands from Being Infected with a Virus. Greg Owen grew up in a working-class Catholic family in northern England. He always dreamed of becoming an actor, so he traveled to England to make his dreams come true. And it wasn't long before he was sucked into the untamed nightlife scene in London. Greg was taking a lot of risks with his life through his behavior. He was taking GHB and crystal meth at parties every weekend. He was also dealing with a lot. His relationship ended, which left him broken-hearted. He was sleeping at his friends' houses, moving around all the time. He even tried to kill himself. And then his friend found out that he had HIV. All of this was becoming too much for Greg, and he knew he had to make a change. Through his inner circle of friends, Greg heard about a drug called Truvada. It's an antiretroviral medication that's taken daily to reduce your risk of getting HIV. Greg wanted to reduce his chances of getting sick, and he wanted to start taking the medication. When he tried to get the medication, though, he found out that the NHS didn't cover Truvada. So to get a private prescription, he would have to pay about $660 per month. Working nights as a bartender would help him get the money he needed for the prescription. Greg heard about a study that was being performed by a group called PROUD. Professor Sheena McCormick, a clinical epidemiologist and renowned HIV doctor, was the one running the study. Greg heard about the study, believe it or not, while he was at a sex party. He tried to get into the study, but he was too late. All the spots had been filled. Greg created a Facebook post where he discussed how hard it was to get Truvada. In the post, he talked about his friend who was on the drug but still found out that he was HIV positive. Since he didn't need the pills anymore, he gave them to Greg. Greg was going to give a blow-by-blow account of his experience with the drug. Unfortunately, like most things in life, things didn't work out for him. The day after he created his Facebook post, he went to the clinic for an HIV test, and when the results were positive, Greg was devastated. He created another post to let his friends know about his disheartening discovery. He was very upset and felt sick. After creating the post, he lay down for a couple hours, and when he got up, he looked at his phone and he had plenty of Facebook responses. Most of the replies Greg received were from people telling him how brave he was. Most couldn't believe that he was being so honest with so many people. One user who was also HIV positive wrote that he had only told his family about his diagnosis. Greg had told 5,000 people. This Facebook user was impressed by Greg's bravery. Even though Greg was HIV positive and medications like Truvada would no longer help him, he still knew that the drug could help others. He was getting messages on Facebook all the time from people asking him to help them understand more about PrEP medications like Truvada. He had to break the news to most